Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2. I don't know why, but I am just 110% enraptured with this game again. This is my 6th playthrough of this game, by the way. And I'm still just as excited to play through it as I was the very first time. Plus more knowledge, which is always a good thing. Mostly. We're also going to steal all these nails because they are very useful later in the game. Nails are never super hard to come by, but it's always good to have a bunch with you just in case.
This again.
Now there are a ton of silent monks here and some enemies. This is actually a fairly big fight. That being said, we'll be just fine, more than likely. Fane's wit skill has actually given him a pretty good amount of initiative at this point. Why is there no blood around? There's never any blood for me to make a blood golem. Oh well. We are going to power infuse him. We are going to elemental totem somewhere here. Probably, I guess just at the top of the stairs, although it's not the ideal location, but it'll have to do for now. And Fane's done his turn. It's really not as far as I was hoping it was going to go. Alright, well, we'll knock down one at least. Losa is next, which is good. She is also now my new favorite character, just by a staggering amount. I can't even describe how much I love her character. It used to be Fane. Fane was my favorite character in the first couple playthroughs, but Losa is definitely just my favorite, full stop. One silent monk dead. Oh, we missed one. Unfortunate. That Magister Deva is almost dead. But now it's less almost dead. There's also a few more Magisters in the woodworks over here. They're coming in. Not too concerned about them. Although I am kind of annoyed that they keep healing their little friend there. I didn't know that silent monks could backstab. Today I learned. Did you just encourage yourself? Oh no, there's a couple other encouraged people. Okay, good. I was like, did he just encourage himself? That was kind of pointless. Fane needs some warfare skills. I think he can actually get some of his warfare skills learned, but we're not going to worry about it just yet. He's also a little bit slow. Well, I guess he has a long way to go. We need some... We'll get one pyro skill a little bit later, because haste is such an important skill that not getting haste is actually a deficit to your team. Don't break my totem. I'll kill you. I mean, I planned on killing you anyways, but my totem is important to me. Eventually we'll get better weapons too. We're going to be using shields throughout the game though. We are a lone wolf. And there is some things you can do as a lone wolf that you can't do as normal characters, but tanking hits without a shield is not one of them. It's because of the sheer amount of crowd control stuff in the game. Stop healing Deva. Ow. No, my totem! Oh, you're the first one to die once I kill these things. My incarnate is bugging out. Whose turn is it? Should be my... It's weird that this keeps happening. I don't know why the incarnate sometimes bugs out. There we go. We just had to click on it. You just hit him with some back of the head goo. Fossil strike. We're gonna get slowed. Annoying. Oh, that Silent Monk just intercepted my goo. Bane may need a tiny bit of healing. We'll see. Stop shooting. How many attacks does that guy get? I was kind of hoping it would run past my champion so I could just smack it. But let's get a totem up. And then we'll go punch this guy a little bit. That's not gonna help. Oh, is there water there? Why do I have an electric totem? Oh, there's electricity in that blood. I should have noticed that. My bad. I would have preferred just to have a normal blood totem. Like that one. Alright, so... One's dead. How is Deva still alive? They've really been pumping a lot of effort into keeping her alive. He's pinned down. Oh good, he's coming over here to fight my incarnate. Or he's... That was a really long way to go. Poor Fane, he's just taking the beating of his life. I can't even heal him with my, my big ability because he'll die. That backstab, though. Alright, where are we at? We need more totems. Put a blood totem here. That should kill Dea, probably. Deva, whatever her name is. You're coming up here to meet Losa. And what are you gonna do? You're crippled, so you can't do a whole lot. But you should have... It's not on your bars right now, but... Wait. Oh, we don't have enough stuff for that. But we can shields up next turn, probably. We are going to get electric totems, aren't we? Actually, there's no electricity here, so we're going to get a blood totem there. And we're going to start beating this person to death with our sword. Where are you going now? Stop shooting Fane, he's had enough. Oh. Grim. By totem.
I'm fading.
Yeah, that's what happens when you take every shot to the face. That guy's dead. No, Fane. It's fine. We'll get him back up. There's a lot of level 4s here.
Glory is mine.
We can probably even get it back up this turn, really. He does only have 57 life, and we'll probably end up getting shot to death by the other guy, but whatever. Maybe we can kill that guy. No, we're kind of out of range of him. Bane might die here again. No, he's still alive. Barely. How many attacks do you get? Lots. Okay, we need to move up 2. We can't make it to him. Get up here as far as you can. Bane gets a double turn, and he's gonna spend his double turn running away, I think. We're getting to cover somewhere. Or you can summon an incarnate, which might actually be the better idea, and then he'll spend next turn running away. Yes, let's do this. Okay, so incarnate. Power infusion. Three turns to there. Or 3 action points to there, I should say. Actually, I might just be able to kill her. Oops. I keep using that ability. It's not the correct one.
Glory is mine.
Alright, we have 2 more actions. Let's move away as far as we can, just in case. Hopefully we'll stay alive. That one's dead. Alright. Here we are. Everything is working out fine-ish now. We are still slowed, and painfully so, I might add. Even got to knock him down. Cool. Last guy, though. Finally gonna die, maybe. Oh no, our blood totem! Not in line of sight. Still not in line of sight. Now we have no action points. And there we go. 1 res scroll used for the fight, such is life sometimes. Bane wasn't close enough to get that bedroll buff. There we go. Looting bodies time. The silent monks usually don't have too much in the way of loot, but they're worth checking just in case. There's also a treasure chest down there. Take some gold. Magister Knight, dead as a doornail. Who else do we got? Magister Rangers and Deva. Deva is apparently their leader and has a Magister Mantle. No wonder they were trying desperately to keep her alive. Not that it was to any avail, but still. They really wanted to keep her alive. We should take her face. Wonder if any of these... There's an elf. We should rip its face off. We have a dwarf, we have humans. We don't have an elf face, though. Faces obtained. What is the recipe for the thing he wants to make? Was it you? Oh, nope. L? No, that's log. That's skills. That was one of these. G? G, it's G. Recipes. Okay. He wants to make... Oh, I see. We just need source orbs. We already have the faces in question. And to make the mask of the shapeshifter, we have to get all of the things plus another source orb. So we just need a lizard head to make this whole mask of the shapeshifter thing. And some source orbs. Nothing down there. There's a saw here. can we do with a bench saw, I wonder? Any treasure around? There was a chest in this area somewhere. Might be down here. There's also a teensy bit of blood. Okay. There is a treasure up there. Oh, that was that treasure. Okay, we already got that treasure. Oh, I know what the cave. Okay, yeah, there's a cave to go into. It actually leads to this thing. We'll send Losa over, because she is the only one that doesn't have teleport. And she can head in on her own. And here we are in prison.
I wasn't prepared for that. What now?
Now we get to leave again. I miss having pyramids, which is another thing we'll get later on. I should just leave out the front gate and grab the other waypoint, now that I consider it. There's a waypoint, like, right here-ish. Right there, actually. I think we're done with all of the interior parts of the keep. Apparently she's going through a shortcut that only she knows. But if that's what she wants to do, far be it for me to stop her. And there we go. And our group has reconnected again. So we're about halfway through level 6, a little bit less than halfway through level 6. There are many, many enemies ahead, including these ones that we're about to fight. They're all level 4, so they shouldn't be too much of a threat to us, but again, you never know.
They're already dead. They will not be mourned.
Okay, we're gonna stop here for 1 sec, and we are gonna do some reading, because we are a little bit overburdened on notes and stuff, so let's do that. Okay, we're gonna auto-sort, and we're gonna do Richly Bound Book. The Sin of... Wait, we already read this one, didn't we? Maybe not. The Sin of Source is Inborn. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, never mind. Sorry, that's one we read. The Little Book of Big Booms by Zirzig Zollenfolsd. Rain and lightning, blood and oil. These are the ingredients of Rivellon's most explosive recipes. Consider these combinations when trolls come seeking a holiday feast. Fire and water for a nice sizzling steam bath. Fire and oil when a small contained blaze just isn't enough. Fire and blood because there's nothing more fearsome than a cloud of blood. Fire and poison. Consider the blast your guest's main course. Consider the blast your guest's main course and the ensuing mist their dessert. And remember, you can add electricity to any cloud for a shocking, spicy finish. Military Essays number 1. What makes an expert swordsman? There are 3 types of swordsmen: the beginners, the bravados, and the masters. If you've already learned the basic techniques, you can easily distinguish the beginners from the experts. The beginner does not know how to hold a sword properly, and his fighting stance is completely unbalanced. The bravados are versed in the the arts of sword fighting, but they reveal their knowledge merely through exhibition. You can find many bravados at fairs where they demonstrate their skills in front of the excited masses. A real swordmaster is a mentor who travels from town to town to teach his skills, though he will always hide his best tricks. A true swordmaster will teach you everything you know, not everything he knows. I like that. What a lovely little trick Dallas uncovered. It makes him so compliant, so willing. My playground has never been more flush with pleasures. She'll be glad for the advancements I've made. No one likes to play with a zombie after all. A modicum of will must remain, or where's the fun? Niles, you're so freaking creepy, man. For the scrapbooks, we're just gonna... Alright, Salt Stain note. Report to Fort Joy from the front. The last batch of sorcerers were practically catatonic. They could barely be compelled to move at all. We took to leading them around on leads like dogs. Certainly Dallas will know what to do to compel compliance. We'll need far more battalions than we've received if we're to stand a chance. The lizards are organized and effective. Just outside Fort Joy, Aid waits for the Silver Claw. Tell Ben Mitz to seek a trader named Zalaskar at the lip of the swamps. Zalaskar will be waiting with a smuggled weapon for his mission. R. Boris's instructions. The book is written in the uneven scrawl of a young hand. Once there was a hero who was named Madi. Madi was a knight. Also, he was a prince. One day he was in his kingdom giving food to hungry people when red monsters with red capes and red eyes grabbed him away. They did bad things to the king and queen. The monsters threw the hero Modi in prison. He found some friends in a dark cave and they were nice, even though they didn't have to be. And that's how the hero found out that he could still be happy, even if people and monsters were not nice, because some people would still continue to be nice anyways. To be continued. That poor child. From the desk of her ladyship Dallas, right hand to Bishop Alexander, son of the divine. There will be no more excuses. How is it that you have not yet crushed this rebellion? For your own sakes, you'd best find and dispose of those dregs of seekers. The dregs of these seekers, before you meet the same end as Atessa? The Source King's weapons do us no good if the seekers lay hands on them first. Thankfully, some of you remain useful. Ames has reported seeker movement to the south, and east of the bridge leading out of Fort Joy. Spear them, slice them, burn them, I don't care, but see that they are gone. D. Oops. Give me the book. A History of Forbidden Objects. The book contains the description of several magical artifacts that have been forbidden by the Divine Order. As you flip through the book, your eye lands on a section about idols of rebirth. Infused with ancient magic, these small statues allow the wielder to return to Rivellon after death. The statue grows ashen and loses all magical properties after use. Impish tinkerers are widely known to travel such idols on their person. Some sources even suggest that these tinkerers could restore the magical properties of an inert idol using the power of a resurrection scroll. Meddling with the sanctity of death is a grave offense, and all idols have been destroyed and outlawed. Those with the knowledge to craft them have been duly re-educated. Super useful. We're gonna get those glowing... Actually, we can make a glowing idol of rebirth? I thought we couldn't make them. We can check, I guess. What's the button again? G? Yep. Or H, I guess. Sorry. Objects. We just need a Ashen Idol of Rebirth and Res Scrolls to make it. We'll get to that eventually. More books. Okay, so we have Warfare books. Bane is going to learn them finally, just so we can get them out of our inventory. You can learn Rain too for that matter, and Death Wish. Nope, we don't have that. Okay. A book. Son Against Father, Death in the Elflands, a dramatic retelling of true events. Lucian the Divine and his adopted son Damien stand square-shouldered before each other, alike not in visage but in determination. And what have you been to me all these years? I am your father. It was I who saved you, I who loved you. Love? You denied me everything. I am my true nature, the woman I love. You would have seen me clean-cheeked, clinging, castrated if it meant to cause you no trouble. I am no Alexander. My boy, your words bite into me. And vipers, please say no more. You made me silent all my life. I will stay silent no more. Oh, Damien, you're such a better son. Backpacked. Logbook. Magister Geraldine Ritter. Lucian, leading charge to front, heading towards Elflands. Lucian parleyed with Damien. No peace for father and son. Had no idea about Death Fog. Everything dead. Everything. Black Ring, but Lucian too. What? Returning to Arx, I guess we won. With the defeat of the Black Ring, people thought peace had finally come, but then the Voidwoken started appearing. We should auto-sort this so it's easier to put books in. A Tatty book. The book is pasted full of clippings from pamphlets and circulars, a collage of recent events. Danger done, Divine duels Damien, and deals death to dark dealers. Hear ye, we mourn our fallen father, the Divine Lucian. He sacrificed himself in the war against the Ring. Lucian's day to be rededicated. Who will rise to take the Divine's place? Elven refugees storm villages, homeland uninhabitable, cannibals unwelcome. Pete Moss Pie, from Gren's childhood to your table. We're almost done with the books. All may not be as it seems. The ability to change from one form to another has been the stuff of myth and legend for as long as people have told stories. While he does not rush to judgment, for Cranley Hubert, the idea seems potentially heretical. He does, however, seem deeply fixated on the possibility that a man, and it may be noted that Hubert is indeed a man, may spend time as a chicken. You can absolutely do that. Elves. In outlining the physiology and, to him at least, mysterious culture of the elven peoples, Hubert expresses admiration and fascination, but while he is careful to note the enormity of the suffering visited upon the elves at the culmination of the last Great War, his text smacks of more self-congratulation than of any real empathy. Undead. Hubert's volume on the dead who walk makes for disturbing reading, at least for the oh, we already read that one. Never mind. Especially when the given food is highly unpalatable. If the patient must be convinced to partake of the food, a sprinkling of Drudene will transform the fare from repulsive, in the mind of the patient, to highly savory. A looping hand has circled the word repulsive and written sorcerer beneath it. I see. We need Lore Master, but we don't have that yet. Or we do have it. Oh yeah, we have Lore Master 1 because he is Fane, and Fane starts with some Lore Master skill. Interesting. So, +1 Wit's leg armor. We could probably give that to Losa, because her leg armor is atrociously bad. And we'll identify that as well. +1 Constitution, +1 Warfare. Actually, it's probably better than one she's currently using, even with the Lucky Charm thing on it. We just lost the ability to... Oh, right. We need 11 intelligence to use some of that gear. I changed my mind. Where'd that amulet go? Or... what other boots do we have? We would need finesse for those boots. Is there any other chest... or not chest pieces, boots or legs, I guess. Can't wear that yet. Could wear those, but they're not very good. Alright, fine, I'll put my old amulet back on, I guess. Not much choice in the matter at the moment. Oops. That there. And that. No, those are boots. Although, are they good gloves? Crit versus telekinesis. So-so. Alrighty. I guess we should head off. We also have a couple daggers and a... wand. We're also 28 minutes, so we're going to call it here. In the next video, we'll do this fight. There's a fight here for sure. You can clearly tell by the upcoming decomposing Terramancers and stuff. And then we have lots to do over here. Yeah, we just have a lot of things to do now. But that is okay. We have all the time in the world to do some exploring. So like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.